Sorry about the goats. They're not very happy because they haven't been fed yet, but obviously the alpacas here are looking very happy. So this is Angel, Maddie, Polly. Angel's a little bit underweight, so we're trying to feed her up a bit so she's got a little bit of a different feed. I'm just going to mix that up and have a little look at the girls while I'm doing it. Come on then. They're all very hungry this morning. I'm a little bit later than usual. Having a little bit of a fight for food this morning. No, when they're eating, I've got to keep a bit of an eye on them because I've got to make sure that Angel's eaten enough. And even though she's head of the pack, often she'll let the others eat her food. So I have to keep an eye on her. I don't know whether you can see the chicks down the bottom, but I had 3 yesterday. I've only got 2 today, so I let them out to free range, but I think I seen a crow that was quite interested in them yesterday, so you can only do so much to keep them safe. I could keep them inside, but it seems a little bit unfair, so try and do things as naturally as possible, and in a minute probably with the bird flu and everything, they'll have to be in anyway, so I'm trying to be as fair as possible with that and let them out as much as possible before that lockdown comes in. And if that means that you lose the odd chick, then it's nature's way, isn't it? As much as it's upsetting, it is nature's way. Anyway, because I've said that the alpacas often will try and eat angels, today they're behaving, which is typical. Anyway, we'll move on to the goats. So this is the goat shelter. We'll go ahead and see if they're hungry this morning. I'm sure they will be. So I think looking at those two, they're ready for their food. What do you think? So let's get and feed them. Come on. This way. This way. Oh, they've done a runner. I'm doing things slightly different this morning, so they're like, oh, we'll just go out there and get fed. Come on. Right. So this is, if we can see her, oh, Bobbin. So she's the yearling. I'll try and do this. I've got to shut the door quickly because Mama's coming in. Right, this is Storm now having hers, but she wants to eat everybody else's. Anybody would think that they're half starved, but they get fed morning and night. They have hay, nice warm bed, and spoilt rotten. As much as poo picking isn't the nicest job in the world, it's an essential job, but the good thing is that it all goes either onto other people's gardens if I have excess and I put it out the front, or I use it for my own composting bins, which I'll show you in a moment. Just go and have a little look at the chickens. Here are some of them sheltering underneath a makeshift cover that we put up for the sun. It will be coming down, but I'm thinking maybe we need to put another little shelter up there because they quite like going under there. This is where their other area is, and obviously in flock down That'll be where they are. So there is their other area. They've got the inside of the whole shed at the back, which gives them their coop. And for lockdown, I'll be putting lots more bark in there. The only problem that I have is their water drinkers. I'm going to have to heighten them quite considerably because they just get all the bark in there and it just absorbs the water. So I put the other black one in there. I'll just show you. But they're not as keen on that one as they are the water drinkers. But so all of their water is under cover, so no other birds, nests or anything can get in there. So being as protective of the avian flu as I can, and their food is inside to make it safe as possible. We've got an automatic locking system, and we've had to make it really, really rat proofed. I'll show you that now. So all around the bottom of the cage, we've put the smaller netting. We've put netting all the way underneath the shed. It's also on slabs so that it's a movable structure as well, which you have to make sure that it is for permitted development. All around the bottom of the shed now, we've had to put netting. It goes all around the run, but we've had to put it around here because we've noticed in the winter they've been trying to get in just down here, trying to get underneath. I suppose they're just trying to get dry and maybe food, but I'll try to be as careful and not getting as much food outside as possible. Their foods are kept in these big food trays like I've got up there for the others. So I try and keep it as tidy food wise as possible. So that's the one. Then we have this one, which is a smaller one. We've just got 4 chickens in here. So I've got one that got beaten up in the other coop quite badly. No rhyme or reason to it. I couldn't understand. I had a few cockerels at that time, so whether it was to do with that, I don't know. But she's in there, and she's with 2 of our cockerel leg bars, which I'm hoping to sell. They are gorgeous. They are a little bit stained with the brown colouring, but that is acceptable. And I've got a hen in there as well, cream leg bar, which they're rare breed chickens. I've got some of those in the others as well, which we've bred ourselves, which I'm really proud of, to be honest. First year of breeding chickens here, so yeah, all good really. Just a bit of a quick interruption to say if you could please like or subscribe. If you'd like to tell me what you'd like to see more of, there's lots of husbandry that I can show you of the animals, or gardening. I'm just about like everybody else to put my garlic in. So if you'd like to see any of that, I've got onion seeds to put in this year instead of onion sets. I just thought I'd try that this year and see how we go. Because then it'll be easier for me moving on, because I can just seed my onions and then use seeds in the future. I have used them in the past and they've come on well. I know lots of people have problems with red onions, but I've been using red onions now for quite some time because we prefer them, and never had a problem with growing them. I know lots of people have problem with rot as well, but I haven't as yet, touch wood wherever it is, had problem with that. Some of the growers that I watch, they have issues, but yeah, not yet anyway. But there are some ways to get over that. I have got plans to have more beds up there, so we'll see how that goes. I'll let you carry on now with the rest of the video. So this here is a little pot that my daughter gave me. It's gorgeous. She gave it to me for my birthday. So it's absolutely beautiful. She bought herself another one, which was a giraffe one. So I've put it here. This is my little potting shed area, and organising when I do any medication on the animals if I need to have a bit more space. Obviously not for the alpacas because that's a little bit too big, but yeah, so that's there. And this is one of my gorgeous dahlias. I can't remember the name of it, but the colouring of the leaves and then the deep red of the flower is gorgeous. I absolutely love those. I'll walk you down. It does need a bit of tidying up, so I apologise, but what garden doesn't, I think. I need to put paths in, so I've had to choose my battles because my health can be a bit of an issue. So I choose my battles on what I'm doing and when, and food production is most important, and then everything else fits in around it. Well, the animals are most important, and then any other energy goes into food production. My mad dog running around, Dixie. So I've got some sweet corn here, but if you can see down here, this is where my dog, when she's hungry, decides to come and help herself. So she comes and has a chew of the sweet corn, and obviously is enjoying it. I have taken quite a few of them off and eaten quite a few, but there are still some on there. I think they're probably all ready to come off now. So down here we have a pear tree, which we only bought this year, and we got 4 pears off of it. So really pleased about that. Just dying off now. Got an olive tree, we've got 2 of those. I had some absolutely lovely sweet peas, cutting them, beautiful smell. This here is my raspberry, so my summer raspberry. I'll just video my dog because she's going absolutely mad. What are you doing? Oh my goodness, she'll be back again. Here we go. Oh golly gosh, as long as she doesn't jump up, that'll be the next thing and knocks me flying or knocks the tripod flying. Oh good grief. Right, okay, let's move back over here to my raspberries. So I've cut all the ones back and I've only left 6 to 8 to come through, but look at it, it's gone mad. And I swear this is down to the alpaca poop. Swear it is. Amazing stuff. And of course, alpaca and goat poop, you don't have to worry about leaving it. You just use it straight away. Here I've got blackcurrant bush, which I had loads of blackcurrants on this year. Try and recycle as much as possible. So down here I went and picked up from Free Cycle an old, I think it was oil, but it had been cleaned out anyway. So I've made it into 3 beds, raised beds, so that's good. So it's free, A, B, recycling, loving it. So in here I've got leeks, 2 different types, can't remember what they are, and unfortunately all of the tags have come off. In here we've got purple sprouting broccoli. I'll give you a quick look underneath. Still got them covered at the moment because we've still got some white butterfly around, so I just need to attach that a bit better in a minute. Not today though, because it's just decided that it's going to rain. Along here, so we've got some radish, which, if I can take you in, they're looking nice and big. I'll pull one out actually. My husband can have it. He loves radish. So there you go. I think they're English breakfast radish, but they are lovely. Well, the dog looks like she wants one. Should we give the dog one and see if she likes it? She likes all other vegetables. I think the radish might be slightly hot, but we'll see. She seems to be enjoying it. Over here, I've got a thornless blackberry, which is going to grow up and over. The funny thing is, though, that we cut willow down, and as you can see, the willow that I've put in there has decided to grow. So we have to keep on cutting them off so that the roots aren't getting established. And over here, I've got some more sweet corn. So this is all coming on. I'm hoping that I'll get some come through. We are in Cornwall, so more or less on the border of Cornwall and Devon. So I'm hoping that we should be okay. I've put some autumn king lettuce in here. So hoping they're going to come up. I've got little Asa here. I love my little Asa. So she's coming on. She was in a plant pot, didn't like it, so we put her in there. I've got little planters there, so next year I'm going to have lots and lots of calendula everywhere because it's take the seeds gone everywhere. Over here, I have underneath here, which you can't see very well. Let's see if we can pull it up. So I've got sprouts here, which are coming on. There is a little bit of damage. I didn't cover them up straight away. And I've got some Cavalier Nero in there. So that's all coming on. So I need to cut and come again with that. I can see a little sluggy in there. We'll get out of there. Yeah, so that's all coming on. And then down there, I can't remember what it is. So if we have a look over here, don't know what that was. Right, if we have a little look here, I've put some more beetroot in here. And I am, as you can see, putting little groups in. I did it here and it's worked amazingly. I do need to crop it. I think over here, I had one that was huge, so I'm not sure that that was going to be any good, but I'll pull it out. I need to do some more beetroot. I found a really lovely recipe that isn't too vinegary. You do need to water bath it, but yeah, that's lovely. I've got lots of carrots here which I need to sort out. Too close together. A little bit of chard over there by the look of it. These here were volunteer tomatoes, so I've got no clue what they are, but they're absolutely gorgeous. Not sure they're going to come to fruition now. I might take the tomatoes off and put them in my little garden shed there, and might get some more come through. We do have more sun coming, and it is, as I say, between Cornwall and Devon, more or less, so down in Cornwall, but sort of on the border. So we should get some nice weather come through still. Turnips there, they've been amazing this year. And spinach there, which is lovely for us, but also for the birds, for the chickens. I've put some more in there. But if I look there, you've got a little pea. It's thinking, oh, actually, I'll grow. So if we have a look over here, I've got some plants here to plant out the front in some tubs just to make it look pretty. Laid that one down because of the wind that we've had. But more carrots in there. I did plant them quite close together. I don't know whether you can see that, but they've still come up lovely. I've put more lettuce up here. Again, got some gorgeous, gorgeous flowers on there. And a bit more colour down there. It's going to be sort of a cross flower border, and strawberries, if you can see. Strawberries are down there. I even had a second flush of strawberries. I need to put these roses in the ground. I took the cuttings from my mum's garden. She passed away last year, and I wanted to keep some bits along with the blackcurrant bushes. Those blackcurrant bushes, although they only look tiny, prolific. They've got new shoots and everything, so I need to put those into bigger pots or into the ground. They did very well in the pots, so I might leave those ones in pots and see how we go. If we come back up here, we've got gooseberry bush. Didn't get much from that one this year, but it was planted in the autumn. It wasn't overly happy, so I'll see how it goes, see if I get anything. Blueberries. I did have blueberries on there, but I'm not sure whether I shared them with the birds or the dog. But there you go, that's the way it is. Lots of weeds here that need to be sorting out. I do have a membrane underneath here, but I need to put more wood chip down. I've got more wood chip to go on, so that's okay. The nasturtiums that are still growing, I'll just leave them to do their thing. And then I think the last thing that I've got, apologise for sniffing, but it is a bit colder than I thought it was going to be out here today. And my fig tree, which, silly enough, has some figs on, so those will have to come off. But yeah, that did struggle this year in the hot weather. So, and obviously, I'm happy to share more weeding that needs to take place here, but that's not a problem. Most of it can be fed to the goats. They enjoy most of that, and make sure that it's all safe for them. So, yeah, most of that, and then that's about it for now. Oh, I did say I was going to share my compost bin, so I'll do that. So I've got my compost bins here. This one here, I've already used. That one was from last year. It had lots of sticks in it. Didn't really know what I was doing last year. So, but still, the compost has been good. It's been a good growing medium. I put quite a bit of that on already. This one was full right up to the top, and it's about half full now. So what will be happening is that one will be moving across to that one there. This one is about half full. So what I'll be doing with this one is filling this one up. Once this one's full, moving it across to this one, and then once it's dropped, put it into the next one, and then it'll be ready to go on. So, but I've got full compost bays, and I'm expecting to be more or less full by the end of the year, because I've got so much to go in. And then around Christmas time or before, I'll start filling my beds up. And then it'll be all ready for the growing season, although I will still keep growing through the winter. Right, that's the end of the video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything that you'd like to see more of, less of, just let me know, and I'm more than happy to, put some content in there, take some content out. First one for a while, so forgive me if it's not as professional as it should be, but we'll work on that and try and improve it for you. And it's about sharing the love, really, and making this community good for everybody, sharing positives and mistakes, which I'm more than happy to do. And then we'll see how we move on, but please come along for the ride.